Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about the next topic, type of discontinuities in the rocks. Let us know what are the discontinuities and how many types are there in the rocks. So basically faults are nothing but they are the discontinuities where there are identifiable shear displacement which has been taken earlier. So these form like a discontinuity. Okay. They can be recognized by the relative displacement of one rock to the opposite side of a fault plane. So how they are recognized? If we take the help of a fault plane, we have to take the relative displacement of that rock. Generally, the sense of this displacement is often used to classify the faults. So like this way, we can classify the faults. Here, a discontinuity can also be in the form of a bedding, foliation, joint, cleavage, fracture, fissure, crack, or fault plane. Okay, let me write down. Here, a discontinuity can be in the form of a bedding. Okay, can also be foliation. These are all the type of discontinuities. It can also be a joint. It can also be a cleavage. Okay, it can be a fracture. It can also be a fissure joint. Fissure, very thin, long, diameter will be very thin and it will be long. Fissure joint, etc. So these are all the different discontinuities which may be present. Here a division is made between mechanical and integral discontinuities. Where, so let me repeat, a division is made between mechanical, okay, mechanical and integral discontinuities. Some may be mechanical and some may be integral, which are already there in the rock. Discontinuities. Okay, discontinuities. You have to understand this. So these bedding planes will divide the sedimentary rocks into what? Into the bed and also sometimes strata. It can also be called as strata. Generally, they represent the interruptions in the course of the deposition of the landmass or the rock mass. During the formation of the rock mass, this generally happens. Here, the joints are most common and also generally the most geotechnical significant. It will be occur in the discontinuities of rocks. Also, we have to understand that these joints are breaks of geological origin which are along, okay, where there had been no visible relative displacement. Here sometimes there is no relative displacement also. This is an important point you have to remember. What is that? Here the joints are the breaks of geological origin. Joints are the breaks of geological origin. Means during the origin only there will be some breaks along which there has been no visible relative displacement. There has been no relative displacement. Means relative displacement is zero. So coming to the broad types, generally there are two broad types of rock cleavage. The first one is fracture cleavage and the second one is flow cleavage. Here we are going to discuss about the 10 parameters to describe these characteristics of discontinuities. What are those? The first one is orientation. Let me repeat, what is the first one? It is orientation. Okay. What is the second one? It is intensity. These are very important. Please note down. Intensity. What is the third one? Third one is a spacing. These are all for discontinuities. Okay. Spacing. What is the fourth one? Frequency. What is the fifth one? It is nothing but the persistence. Sixth one is shape. The next one is size. And the next one is roughness, aperture, and discontinuity sets, and block size. Both are same. Like both we have to study under this. Discontinuities and also block size. Okay. Here, the discontinuities are mainly play a very major role in determining the behavior of the rocks. So, where particularly at or near the exposures, like the tunnel side walls, slopes, cuts, etc. Here, where major open discontinuous are existing, these deformations may occur through movement along the discontinuities, where the rotation of blocks rather than through breakdown of the intact rock will take place. So, in these conditions, we have to be very careful because here the rotation of blocks will happen. Okay, let me repeat what happens. Rotation of blocks will happen rather than breakdown of the intact rock. Okay, rather than breakdown of intact means the contact which is present with the parent rock will happen. Also, we have to understand that what is an integral discontinuity is nothing but it is also a type of discontinuity where it is as strong as the surrounding rock or sometimes like a rock material. We can't really find it out. So this continuity can change into mechanical discontinuity also with the help of physical or chemical processes. Okay, this is very important. This integral discontinuity it can be changed. Okay, it can be changed into mechanical discontinuities. Okay, it can be changed into mechanical discontinuities with the help of physical or chemical processes. Okay, due to physical and chemical processes. This is the important point. What are the conditions of discontinuities? Let us briefly discuss. Here, there are the condition of discontinuities are mainly measured by observing the persistence. There are few qualities by which if we observe, we will come to know about the discontinuities. Those are persistence, aperture, roughness, and what are the infilling materials, and also what is the degree of weathering in that place. Here, the roughness or the nature of the asperties in the discontinuity surfaces is very important parameter which will characterize the condition of discontinuities. Upon all these things, what is the most important thing? The most important thing is the roughness. How is the roughness of the rock? Okay, roughness is the more important or the most important parameter is the important parameter to know the condition of the discontinuity, like what is the impact, what is the degree of discontinuity. So depending upon the we have five different kinds, that is very rough, rough, slightly rough, smooth, and slick and sided. These are all the roughnesses. Okay, we can measure. What do you mean by very rough? It is nothing but near the vertical steps and ridges occur on the discontinuity surfaces. These are mainly occurred where? Near the vertical steps. Okay, near. Okay, also ridges. What is rough? They are generally some ridges and side angle steps are evident. Here this continuities feels very abrasive. How these look? They looks very abrasive in nature. Okay. very abrasive. Even these are found in side angle steps and ridges. Okay, at side angle steps and ridges. What are slightly rough? These are nothing but the discontinuity surfaces which can be distinguished and they can also be felt. These will be in the form of asperities, okay, which can be felt also, okay. What is smooth? Nothing but it appears very smooth, so the surface will appear very smooth and feel so to touch. By looking only we will know. We can also feel it, okay, feels so to the touch. If you touch, you feel very smooth. What is slick and slided? Like polishing. Visual existence of polishing will occur. Visual existence of polishing is present. Okay. Coming to the orientation of discontinuities, how they are. So here orientation of discontinuities are mainly determined by the measurement of the dip and strike. Here, the tunnel axis orientation will be either parallel to the strike or sometimes perpendicular to the strike, which will mainly affect the stability of the tunnel. This is a very important point. Here, the tunnel axis discontinuity or orientation will be either parallel to strike. This is very important. It will be parallel to the strike or sometimes perpendicular to strike. This both will affect the stability of the tunnel, which will affect the stability of the tunnel. This is important. Okay. Thank you.